Hey, deep divers, don't forget to like and subscribe because today we're going deep on something seriously weird.
Weird's our specialty.
It really is. We're talking about Helen Mirren
Helen Mirren,
and Kurt Cobain.
Dame Helen Mirren, and the Nirvana frontman, that's right.
That's exactly right. And we are diving into this recent article from the Daily Beast, and the title is, get this, Helen Mirren really wishes Kurt Cobain had lived to see GPS.
What?
I know, right?
GPS.
What in the world does a dame have to do with grunge rock and GPS?
This is gonna be good.
It is. Well, get ready, because this is where it gets wild.
Helen Mirren, for like a decade now, has been bringing up Kurt Cobain in interviews, not just like in passing, but like repeatedly expressing this regret that he died before GPS.
It's so bizarre.
It's like this ongoing fascination with how Cobain would reacted to this everyday technology,
Right, and she even has this little blue dot anecdote where she talks about watching herself move on a map in real time, and it's just like this magical experience for her.
It seems like just a quirky little observation from a beloved actress, but, when you kind of peel back the layers, it speaks to something much bigger, like life and death and the rapid evolution of technology.
It's true. And, Cobain, he was a 90s icon, died tragically young, 27.
27 Club.
Another member of the 27 Club, died before the internet boom, smartphones, the entire digital world that we know today.
Mirren, though, was already a well-established actress when Cobain died. She's lived through all of these seismic shifts in technology, witnessed these changes, firsthand. It really gets you thinking about what that experience must be like.
It must be mind-blowing, right, to see the world change that much.
Yeah.
I mean, just think about it. The way we communicate, navigate, understand the world, it's all been completely transformed by technology.
Absolutely.
And she was there for it all.
It's like she's expressing a kind of like survivor's guilt, but not in the traditional sense. It's more like an acknowledgement, a bittersweet acknowledgement of having experienced something profound that Cobain, this cultural force, missed out on.
You're totally right. It goes beyond just missing out on a specific technology.
Right.
It's about missing out on an entire era of human progress.
Exactly. It's like, what if Kurt Cobain had lived to see the internet, social media, the constant connectivity we just take for granted?
Imagine how his music and his art, his whole message, would have been shaped by this digital landscape.
It's a question that just really gets you thinking, doesn't it?
Definitely.
It underscores how technology is about more than just the gadgets and gizmos. It's about a fundamental shift in the human experience.
I think Mirren's fascination with GPS, which seems a little out there at first, actually reflects a deeper engagement with the flow of time and the impact of technology and awareness of what we've gained, but also what we've lost along the way.
And that's why these deep dives are so great, because we start with something seemingly quirky, and we end up exploring these profound ideas. Let's get into some of Mirren's actual quotes here, because it's pretty wild what she says.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So in one interview, she says, "I always say it's so sad that Kurt Cobain died when he did, because he never saw GPS as it's the most wonderful thing to watch my little blue dot walking down the street."
It's so simple, but so powerful, right? Like, it's just this pure joy of watching that little dot move on the map.
It's like she's rediscovering this childlike sense of wonder through technology.
Totally. Makes you think about all the things we take for granted now that would have just blown people's minds a few decades ago.
For sure. And then in another interview, Mirren says this, "I think about Kurt Cobain and all that he missed. I mean, how sad is it that he never knew about GPS?"
It's interesting how she keeps coming back to that sadness, to that sense of loss.
Right, and it ties into this idea of generational perspectives on technology. Like for someone like Mirren, who grew up in a world without these digital tools, the advancements must feel even more transformative.
Absolutely. It's that she's hyper aware of that contrast between before and after.
Exactly. And it raises this question, how do we reconcile the excitement of progress with the awareness of what's been lost along the way?
It's deep. It makes me think about loss on a personal level, too, Like, we all experience loss, whether it's a loved one or a way of life, even just a sense of innocence.
Sure.
And as the world keeps moving forward, it's important to acknowledge those losses, to grieve them, and to find ways to integrate them into our understanding of the present.
Absolutely. I think what Mirren's doing is she's tapping into these deeper currents of the human experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's reminding us to be present, to appreciate what we have, to recognize that progress, that it's complicated.
It is. And maybe to just find a little bit of joy in the unexpected, like Helen Mirren's enthusiasm for GPS.
Right. It's a reminder that even the most mundane technology can still hold a sense of wonder if we just choose to look at it that way. GPS, who knew?
Right. Such a simple thing, but it really got us thinking.
It
So as we wrap up this deep dive on Helen Mirren's GPS fascination, what are the key takeaways here?
Perspective, for sure.
Perspective.
I mean, Mirren reminds us that we all experience the world in different ways based on, our own journey, our generation, the things we've seen.
Yeah, there's no one right way to see the world.
And that's a good thing.
It is a good thing. It's what keeps things interesting.
It makes you think about, how people from different generations would react to the world we live in now. Can you imagine trying to explain the internet to someone who'd never seen it?
Oh, it would be impossible.
Mind-blowing, right?
Totally.
And progress, it's not always a straight line,
It's not. There are gains and losses with each step forward.
Exactly.
It's messy.
It's complicated.
It's complex.
But finding joy in the unexpected, that's what it's all about.
Like Helen Mirren and her GPS.
Who would have thought?
Seriously. It's like a reminder that even the most ordinary things can be full of wonder.
Absolutely.
So what about you? What technological advancements are you most grateful for?
What would blow someone's mind from a different generation?
Let us know in the comments. We love hearing from you guys and keeping this conversation going.
And, of course, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives, just like this one.
We'll be back with more explorations into the world of culture and technology and everything in between.
Keep diving deep, everybody.
We'll see you next time.